Hey, what's up, New York? How's it going, bro? Uh, About to go to bed. Yeah, it's an old game, bro. It's an old game. kind of like me and you, New York. We're, especially you, bro. You're fucking old. You're older than dirt, dude. I'm not even kidding. About to hit the sack. All right, bro. Um, yeah, get some rest, dude. Get some rest. I still got a little bit of work to do, brother. But yeah, yeah, we old, bro. We old. Yeah, I'll see you around, man. I'll see you. I think I need another bong rip first, though. Oh man, you you got that stamina, dude. In terms, we will drink and chill tomorrow night. You know, I left your Discord, bro, because like I'm just trying to cut down on my drinking, trying to cut back a little bit. So I just thought I'd you know if you're wondering why, that's kind of why I was just kind of I'm trying to get things in order. You know what I mean? Trying to get on my I got a job interview tomorrow, so I'm trying to get back on my thing. So but but too much time's gone by. Like it's like it was Christmas, and all of a sudden I'm looking up, and it's fucking goddamn nearly March, and it's like time just slips through your fingers, if you don't keep an eye on it, and shit, man. I just need to get my shit in order, you know what I mean? So I can't be, you guys think I'm rich or whatever, but bro, that ain't the case. I mean, I gotta, I don't have an unlimited amount of money, so, uh, but, anyhow, yeah, I was just gonna listen to a little music and watch a couple videos, just do a little commentary on them, just got some beer, got some vodka, I got some Skull Mint. Trying to quit this shit too, got a lot of bad habits, that's just the way it is. But yeah, let me fire this back up. Probably nobody's gonna come in here, but still, it's just fun to fucking talk to myself. I enjoy it. So see if we can't chug one real quick. You know what I mean? Let's see if can we chug one. I think I'll try. I mean, this. To be honest, this if you haven't had Michelob Ultra Pure Gold, I'd highly recommend it. It's like probably one of the smoothest beers you can drink, in my opinion. But let's see if we can chug one real quick. All right, here we go. Let's chug it, okay? You see it there? All right. I think usually standing up is better. I think for chugging, but I just don't know if I can get the framing right on my camera. You know, fucking hell. Sit down. That one's a goner. All right. Let me find some videos. I had a little playlist over here. Where is it at? Pretty funny little video. Like I try not to be really like a political person, you know, to be honest. Like, I mean, I was in the past, you know, but it just, to me, it's like, you know, it's just a headache, you know. It makes you angry, you know. If you can just kind of let go of that shit, you know, all that drama, you know. Just you know, I ain't really on social media except for YouTube, so I just you're a happier person, you know. That's just my opinion. So anyway, but like I was saying, I'm not really political, but this video is pretty damn funny.
And we're back with March Sadness. The team is looking down the barrel of the 4:55 meeting.
Can they turn it around and make this meeting an email?
Jones is taking the ball and running with it. She's asking Brimley to break.
And since we're in Red Mountain tonight, we're here to interview the Lord of the Sixth House, Dagoth Ur. There are risks to conducting an interview like this, obviously, so we thought about it carefully over many months. Here's why we're doing it. Dagoth has isolated himself within the confines of Red Mountain. He's been there for a very long time, and since then, the blight he's spread across the land has been damaging. He's reshaping the world, and most people aren't informed. The Temple would like you to believe that everything is okay, and that Vivek has everything under control. But with Vivek also, keeping himself to himself raises even more questions. With Vivek locking himself away, and the other immortal god kings, Sotha Sil and Almalexia, are nowhere to be seen. This shows to me, or anyone who's even paying attention, that we're sitting on a ticking time bomb. The risks I am taking in order to have this interview with him are immeasurable. I'll most likely contract corpus. At worst, Dagoth may want to come. We are not here because we love Dagoth Ur. We are here because we love Ardenfell. We want it to remain prosperous and free. But
just as a little side note here, this shit, like, I'm a fan of Oblivion and Skyrim, you know, the Elder Scrolls games. But this guy right here, he knows, like, this lore he's talking about here, it goes super fucking deep, and that's just fucking, like, to me, it's just, you know what I mean? But I get, every now and then I pick up on a little detail. I'm like, oh yeah, I remember that from the game, but all this shit is just fucking, pretty much, you know, over my head.
But in order for you, the viewer, to be informed, I must do what I must do. Mr. Dagoth, thank you for taking the time to speak to me. I wanted to start by asking, Why are you spreading the blight disease across Vardenfell?
Morrowind under the Tribunal marks the beginning of Dunmeri history. The Tribunal consolidated their power and succeeded in incorporating themselves into the Chimeri belief system of ancestor and Daedra worship, at the expense of the worship of the House of Troubles, whom the Dunmer know as the Bad Daedra. Massive shrines to those 4 Daedric princes still dot.
Mr. Dagoth, forgive me, but this history lesson doesn't answer the question.
Mr. Tucker, please, if you let me finish, I will answer your question. Now, back.
It's so funny because, you know, if you watch the real interview, or at least if you watched, you know, part of it or whatever, it's just the similarities between this parody and that real video are just fucking hilarious. You know, like just pretty smart guy who did this. You know, who it's just really because in the real interview, Vladimir Putin, you know, he's talking about Russian history back to like the fucking like I don't know, like the 17th century or maybe it's not maybe the 18th century. I don't know. Anyway, he just goes back so fucking far, you know, and he's just going on and on and on. So it's funny because it's very similar in it's a parody, but it's fucking funny, you know. Watch the real thing too.
Back to what I was saying. During the Merethic era, the Aldmer left their home and traveled to the Somerset Isles on Tamriel. One particular group of them, led by their prophet Veloth, chose to split from the core population and traveled across the continent to their new home, which they named Resdain. Once there, these Mer, now called Chimere, were somewhat surprised to see that the caves and tunnels under Red Mountain were already inhabited. These inhabitants, also Mer, called themselves the Dwemer. An uneasy peace was formed among these races, primarily motivated by their drive to keep the Nords of Skyrim out of the land.
Are you spending a lot of money on food? This?
Pretty funny, you know. Here's another little Putin video. I found this pretty funny.
I wasn't sure.
This is from a while back, you know. I mean, I'm not obsessed with Putin or anything like that. It's just, it's all over the news. It's all over the internet. I mean, you can't really avoid it, you know. So, but pretty funny, kind of like a little parody video, little like memes and shit. You'll see. You'll see. You know, it's got that long ass table. You know, it was kind of like a joke when it happened, and you'll see there's some memes in here. You'll see.
Cette journée tombe c'est l'anniversaire de...
That one right there. Oh man, this shit. God damn. Oh shit. Just fucking random. Anyhow, kind of funny, you know. Tickle gives me a little tickle a little bit, you know. Tickles the old sphincter. What we got here?
One day we do know. The fucking fans for you. Shut your fucking mouth.
I don't know if you guys watched the build up to that fight, but there was some pretty awesome trash talk. You know, they kind of did like a world tour before the fight. You know, they went to Canada, they went to UK, they went to I want to say Los Angeles probably. Anyway, it was fucking funny. They have the interviews, the not interviews. What do you call them? They have the long format, so you should check it out. You know, you can find them online. So, and I had a couple other things I wanted to watch. Not that. I think that's kind of lame. Play a little music while I find something else to watch. Hopefully I don't get a copyright for this. Pretty cool little song there. Let's cut it off there. One more. Let's play this little fucking. What is it? kind of a little goofy fucking. Hey, it's not a bad song, all right. You should check that out right there. New Shoes. Kind of got this 80s vibe to it, you know. They don't make them like that no more, you know. I mean, you can say what you want. Like, maybe you think that music's kind of fruity or something like that, but I don't think they make music like that anymore, you know. But let's switch gears here. Let's listen to a little song, a different type of music, and then we're gonna play a little video. So we won't play the whole music, the whole song, but we'll just play a little bit. Awesome heavy metal band from Germany. This fucking band right here. There we go. Found it. Okay. Cool. Let's see. Yeah. Pretty awesome song. You know, I was telling you, German metal band. And I really don't know nothing about German music, to be honest. But I really don't. Let me think. How did I come across this album? You know, I really think I just stumbled across it on YouTube. You know, I just stumbled across it, and it's fucking awesome. I really like it a whole lot. Let's go to the climax here. Let's play. I'm gonna play the climax for you. But yeah. Cheers. Pretty awesome band. From what I understand, you know, the music is about World War I, and some of them are specifically, the songs are specifically about certain battles, like Tannenberg. I think that was a battle between the Germans and the Russians in World War I. So and I think a lot of the lyrics are actually they're taken from the journals of actual soldiers on the front, which are pretty cool. Or they took the journals and they made lyrics out of them or something like that. You know, I don't speak German, but you know, from what I can tell, it's pretty cool. You know, I'm kind of a history buff, so I kind of like that kind of stuff, to be honest with you. Anyway, nobody's here, but that's just the way it goes, you know. Which one? 26 Man. Okay, let's listen to this one. I'm gonna play this.
I'm Colin Allred. For women in this state, the fear is real. Texas's abortion ban is a threat to their lives, to all of our freedom. That's why I'm running for Senate, to end this abortion ban. Because in Texas, we stand up for freedom.
Alright, you guys enjoy this video. I am going to take a quick leak. I don't know who this music is, but this shit thumps, dude. You know, it's pretty cool. Pretty cool little video there. Let's I'm not gonna that's too long. I'm kind of a, if I'm being honest, I'm kind of a casual in terms of MMA, you know. You know, if and maybe I'm a sucker too, because you know, I don't pirate the shit, you know what I mean? So you got, you know, you guys probably think I'm a sucker, but you know, I order pay-per-view. If Conor McGregor fights, you know, I'm probably going to order the pay-per-view. If he'll ever fight again, I don't know. But I have ordered pay-per-views in the past when he fights. And that's pretty much the only time I order pay-per-view, when he fights. So, but anyway, this pretty cool little video here. Kind of some old footage, you know. when Conor McGregor was in his kind of younger days, you know, he's kind of a completely different guy now. I mean, if you look at, you know, he's gained about, I don't know how much weight he's gained. You know, he's fucking huge now, you know. But anyway, I'm kind of a casual in MMA, like I was saying. You got some of you guys out there probably got the latest scoop, you know. But anyhow, check this video out.
Beautiful night tonight. To tell you what Conor McGregor to take a punch.
It's crazy, you know, looking at Dustin Poirier, you know, just, you know, these two guys right here, I'd like to have a side-by-side of the first fight and the second fight. I mean, and Dustin Poirier just got so much bigger, you know. I mean, and McGregor as well, you know. But they just grew, you know. They got they grew like a weed, you know. And I honestly think, like I said, I'm a casual. But I honestly think Dustin Poirier is probably one of the best fighters in that weight class, if not the best. You know, he's really got some good boxing.
Match forward, stood in the pocket and said, what have you got? And you hit like a fucking slowly. You hit like a slowly.
I guess I never really thought about it, but I guess, you know, I guess I just thought about it just now, to be honest with you. I guess I'm an idiot, but McGregor, he's a ginger, huh? He's a fucking ginger. I just never thought about it, to be honest with you. I mean, I know a lot of Irish people are gingers, but I just, you know, I never connected the dots till now. So strange, you know, that fight right there, you know, that he put, when he put Jose Aldo out, you know, just how that guy could get just, you know, one punched. It's just so hard to believe, you know, but probably, you know, McGregor's best fights, you know, were against, you know, just thinking back. Well, I mean, Donald Cerrone, I mean, is he retired now? I'm really not sure, but he got dominated, dude. When McGregor fought Cerrone, that fight was just, McGregor, you know, McGregor was big, you know, he bulked up for that fight, and he was just, and he did that shoulder thing, you know, and he fucking, you could see the blood leaking from Cerrone's nose, and, man, what a great fight that was. But thinking it back, Chad Mendez was a good fight, and also Eddie Alvarez. Those were great fights as well. Yeah. I wonder if he'll fight again. Bam, you know, the Diaz fights, you know, god damn. Man, that guy right there, that guy, you know, he can take a beating. Diaz, you know, Nate Diaz, fucking hell. I don't know too much about his brother, you know, but I mean, any other fucking person, like, you know, takes a beating like that, you know, I mean, blood was just dripping down his fucking face, you know. You know, some people, I guess they bleed easy, you know, so the damage that you're doing on them can probably be a little bit deceiving, you know, like if you got thin skin or something, you know, if you bleed easy. But it seemed like he was getting fucked up, you know, but he never fucking quits. And honestly, I'm going to be honest with you here. I think McGregor's main weakness is his stamina, you know, and probably everybody knows that, you know. And it's probably not going to get any better, you know, because when you got you know, that muscle mass he's put on, it's not going to make it any better, you know. You can train and train, but the more muscle you put on, you know, it's not going to be, you know, you got your limitations, you know, so. Fucking fizzy bubbles. Mmm. So, you know, pretty entertaining fighter if I'm being honest, you know. I guess there's, you know, like I said, I'm not really too active on social media, to be honest. I don't know what happens on there, you know. Elon Musk and, you know, all these guys talking shit, you know. I don't know about all that kind of shit, you know, so. But I've heard, the reason I say that, McGregor, you know, I know he talks a lot of shit on social media. So is his shit talk, is it just shit talk, or is it actual, you know, is he actually going to fight again, you know? It's hard to tell. But he's going to fight that short guy from Bellator last time I heard. So anyhow, let's play this little video here. Yeah. Fuck. Fucking hell. God damn. It's like a fucking bomb went off, you know? Fuck. Shit. It's like opening a can of tuna, you know, like fucking. Tuna. Hey, look at that. Good reflexes from that car right there, right behind that arc. Look at this. Brake! Wow. Ooh, he's stuck. Ooh, goodness. Oh, God, dude. Imagine how loud that shit is in person. God damn hell. It's like a fucking... I've never eaten sardines, you know, I'm not a big fucking fish guy, but to be honest, that's what I picture opening a can of sardines would look like, you know, like fucking peeling that shit back. Wow. Good reflex. Look, good reflexes. Watch. This reflex is here. Wow. Good job, buddy. Good job. Oh, God. It's like fucking Oppenheimer or some shit. Totally unrelated, but wow. Goodness. So this bridge, I think it was 11'8", but they did like a renovation on it, and now it's a little bit taller. I think it might be like 11 foot, like maybe it's a 12-foot bridge or something like that now. So not as many accidents happen, but they still happen. I think, you know, I'm just, I don't remember all the details, but back in the heyday, you know, the accidents were always happening. I don't know exactly where this is, like I was saying, in the U.S., but it is in the U.S. for sure. Fucking goodness gracious. Fucking hell. End up with the flat, you know? Oh, God damn. What the fuck? Oh, shit. was that, dude? Fucking gunpowder or what? What the fuck? Oh, goddamn! Oh, Penske! Not a good look, Penske. Uh-oh. Oh, my vagina! My vagina! Look at that, the train's crossing over. Oh. Oh, shit! I mean, look at that. How much force do you think that was right there? Quite a bit of fucking, just, kind of like, you know, like somebody's running full speed and somebody just grabs them by the collar, you know, like a horse collar or something like that, you know? Fucking hell. Goodness. Oh yeah, I'm gonna reverse, you know, fucking. Nothing, you guys didn't see anything, you know. Oh, fuck. Apparently the faster you're going, the better, you know? Fucking hell. I'm stuck. Oh, god damn! Imagine the whip. Oh my god. The front wheels came off the ground. Look at this. Oh shit! That's a lot of fucking force, you know? I mean, fucking hell. Oh shit! Uh-oh. Oh. Shit. Oh, shit. Oh, goddamn. You know, this shit never gets old. Check it out, bro. This ain't the channel. I don't know who this guy is right here, but there's a just search 11'8" bridge and you'll find that shit. The original channel, and like I said, now they've renovated it. I think it's like 12'2" or 12'4" or something like that. But shit still happens. It's just not as extreme. So anyway, I had something else I was going to watch. Maybe one or two more, and I will fucking... Hey, there's my stream. Look at that. There's my stream. Let's listen to a little bit of this song real quick. I like this little song. Yes. Yes. Goodness gracious. Fucking leave me alone. Just a little interruption here. I got a little Alienware laptop there back in the background. I don't know if you can see that, but top of the line fucking laptop. I would highly recommend getting an Alienware sometime, you know, in your life. Great product, great fucking like customer service, you know, like the updates are on point, you know, just fucking great, dude. Some people will probably tell you it's overpriced, but go ahead and get you an Alienware, you know what I mean? So song right here. Kind of old, you know, but I recently played this game. Fucking top notch, you know, top notch. That sounds good, don't it? Pretty good little song. What the fuck is this? Something is changing in the U.S. military. What the? Oh, I'm curious. Pretty curious. Of course, something is changing in Ukraine. This guy, something is always changing with this channel, but let's see what he's got to say.
Involved in virtually every modern war. They may be constantly sanctioning dictatorships in random places, and they may be involved in funding gigantic technological projects on and off planet Earth. But if there is one thing we almost never hear from the United States, it is some problem or other that calls into question its democratic system, or at least that's how it was, until not so long ago. Today, we can even find many representatives right inside Congress saying that the elections in the United States were stolen, and that, therefore, we cannot speak of a true democracy. What better example of all this than Donald Trump himself?
The Biden dictatorship will be over, and we are going to bring our country back from hell. We're going to bring it back from hell. And it's in hell right now.
Oh, man. I mean, if you like Trump, you know, good for you, you know what I mean? But he does say some fucking stupid shit, you know what I mean? I mean, how can you take him seriously? How can you take somebody seriously when they say certain things, you know what I mean? I don't know. But let's hear him.
On day one, I will break up the Biden administration's illegal censorship regime, and any official who has violated Americans' constitutional rights will be held very, very accountable.
Very,
This is not very about the former president. Visual politic viewers, the issues and clashes have not only exploded like never before in the political arena. Americans' political polarization is running deep on all four sides of the country, from the subject matter of Broadway shows, to the staging of the Super Bowl, to the heated debates in the classroom. And what about Hollywood? But watch out, because we can also...
You know, maybe this guy knows what he's talking about, you know. Maybe he's well informed, but we've got this guy with a British accent talking about American politics, which, you know, I'm not saying that's not, you know, in itself uncredible or incredible, whatever, or not incredible, but doesn't make him not credible. But it's just, you know, something to take note of.
to talk about the armed forces, which up until now have been cohesive.
When I began teaching at the Naval War College, I was there long enough ago that I actually had people who were prior enlisted folks in Vietnam. And the thing I've noticed is that our officers are resolutely nonpartisan. They serve the Constitution. But the willingness to think in very partisan terms was growing over the years. By the time I retired in 2022, I was hearing officers saying things almost verbatim from, talking points from Fox the night before.
Indeed,
You know, that does make me think of something, though, that I have to say. Like, I've had family that served in the military before. And, there's this thing with, like, the right wing. They say, like, oh, it's the deep state, like. What happened to, like, people just... There's a lot of, like... when somebody joins the military or they're a servant, like they're a civil servant, they're serving their country, So it's just strange to me, you say like, oh, he's a deep state person, it's the deep state, but these people, it's like a service thing, kind of, like, They're serving their country, so I don't know. Kind of hard to believe.
Armed forces are not escaping this growing tension, and of course that can have important consequences. Precisely because of this, we here on Visual Politic have asked ourselves a few questions. To what extent can we say that the US military is becoming politicized? How might this affect the greatest war machine ever built by man? What exactly are the most divisive debates within the military ranks? Well, we're going to see all this and more coming up. Let's get into it. To say that the United States has always been immune to social and political divisions is nonsense. Today it may seem very distant, because obviously it is. But in the middle of the 19th century, Americans endured a very, very harrowing civil war, in which between 600,000 and 800,000 people lost their lives. Of course, since the end of that war, internal tensions and political clashes in the United States have developed without ever questioning the nation's deep and solid democratic pillars. You all know what they say about the land of the free. And keep in mind, this was respected even in the times of racial strife.
We will be able to transform the jangling discourse of our nation into a beautiful symphony of brotherhood.
That is, the electoral system, the national symbols, the anthem, the flag, the constitution, and also the armed forces were never questioned. And even until not so long ago, the electoral campaigns were quite different. There was much more respect. Do you want proof? Well, take a look at this.
He is an Arab. He is not? No, man. He's a decent family man, citizen that I just happen to have disagreements with on fundamental issues, and that's what this campaign is all about.
I'll say it again. John McCain served his country with honor. He deserves our thanks for
And of course, when there was a problem, cohesion was almost universal. What better example than 9/11?
The importance of 9/11 transcended age, gender, geographic, and even political differences. The public largely set aside political differences and rallied in support of the nation's major institutions, as well as its political leadership. In October 2001, 60% of adults expressed trust in the federal government.
Now, however, everything is different. The campaigns of the parties are marked by judicial problems, insults, and cross-accusations. We live in an era of constant hyperbole. The problem is that this now threatens to infiltrate the barracks. But let's start at the beginning. The fact is that after the September 11 attacks, the federal government began to have much more influence over the armed forces than had been customary. In other words, politicians began to have more and more influence in decision-making, both at the strategic and operational levels. You see, the use of military force generally comprises three levels. First, the strategic level, which is where resources and objectives are decided. Here, Washington politicians have always carried a lot of weight, even more than the points of view of their own military. Second, we have the operational level, which is when resources begin to be used and very specific management decisions are made about resources. troops, and supplies. Here, politicians and the military typically shook hands, although the uninformed perspective usually prevailed. And then, finally, we have the third level, the tactical level, which are the quick decisions that are taken practically in the field, and which were almost exclusively the responsibility of the military. Well, after 9/11, these last two levels began to be taken over by Washington politicians. Obviously, when politicians take control, one thing tends to happen. Those in charge come and go with each administration, and the decisions have a much greater political component. The effect began to be clearly seen when Trump took control of the federal government in 2016, and they have continued to this day. Listen up.
Make defense a debate again.
Donald Trump was sworn in as president in January 2017. From that precise moment on, defense policy took a major turn. You see, Washington's political intervention in military operations is generally managed through what is known as the National Security Council. This body reports to the president, and its members include three heavyweights: the National Security Advisor, the Secretary of State, and the Secretary of Defense.
Wow, look at that. The guy's giving him like fucking what is it called? Like DAP or some shit? DAB? What do they call that shit? It's like the Shah of Iran gives this guy a... It's not Iran, but it's like the fucking UAE or something, you know?
States and
fist bump, you know?
Secretary of Defense. Well, this body was precisely the first area that Trump wanted to modify. You could say that the idea was to reverse the strategy put in place by the Bush administration. The National Security Council was reorganized to focus more on strategic issues and less on tactical and operational functions. For example, Trump tasked this body with preparing a strategy to rein in China, not only in the military field, but also in terms of foreign policy and the economy.
Wait a second. Hold on. Did you see... The length of that guy's coat was ridiculous.
To rein in China, not only...
Okay, well, their coats, they both got pretty long coats there. Wow, Trump's got a really long fucking coat. Look, wow, that's ridiculous, dude. That's like past the kneecaps, like, goodness.
Only in the military field, but also in terms of foreign policy and the economy. At the same time, the role of the National Security Advisor was also reduced, so that he ceased to participate in all military meetings, and also lost direct communication with foreign governments. In principle, with this strategy, the National Security Council would take on a more political focus, while the military would regain its lost influence. That was the idea. However, the reality was quite different. In reality, the new model was designed to give Trump much more weight and more direct influence in decision-making. The results, an unprecedented turnover of positions began. For example, Lieutenant General Herbert Raymond McMaster resigned from his post as National Security Advisor in April 2018. He claimed personal reasons, but in Washington, everyone points to the constant political friction with the presidency. His place was taken by John Bolton, who then ended up being badly ousted by Trump in September 2019. Now, in a recent book, Bolton...
I have to say, I've heard some interviews from John Bolton, and you know, he's always, you know, shitting on Trump, you know. He sounds pretty smart, you know, like the kind of shit that he says that went on, you know, he's calling Trump incompetent, you know. That's the bottom line, you know. And I believe it, you know. I honestly believe that I mean, he's a rich kid, dude. Trump is a fucking billionaire, dude. He was born, his daddy gave everything to him. Like, how ordinary working Americans relate to this guy, dude. Like, you know, I'll be honest with you. I voted for him one time, but it won't happen again, you know. Like, it's just, he's a rich kid, you know. Like, he's a billionaire, dude. Like, it's the same old shit, you know. When he said drain the swamp, but when you really think about it, you know, he's you know, he ain't one of us, you know, so.
Bolton has revealed that Trump often tried to decide directly, bypassing the national security team on key issues in relations with Turkey, Venezuela, Russia, and China. And he did so even if he had little or no knowledge of the subject. There is no precedent for such a thing, but I insist this is not coming from us. This is coming from Bolton himself, one of the great Republican hawks of American foreign policy. A guy who these days says things like this.
The damage that Trump had done in the first term, while significant, was all repairable. But I feared in the second term that the damage might not be repairable. I think that concern in the second Trump term could be very, very damaging to the United States.
But that is not the end of it.
Pretty good video here. You know, I'm about halfway through. I can't believe I'm still on task. You know, usually I'm switching videos, but I'm interested. You know, and I'm really not even. I try not to be political, but you know, this is gathering my fucking attention.
If we look at the Secretary of Defense, the comings and goings were similar. First, Trump appointed General Jim Mattis, but his resistance over troop withdrawals from Syria and Afghanistan cost him his job at the end of 2018. Here's what the general says about his former boss. At the Secretary of Defense.
That look that Trump gave Mattis, that was kind of odd, you know. That's kind of odd. You know, the strange thing about Trump is, why is he always insulting the military? You know, he's like insulting like the dead fucking the dead veterans, you know, like he's insulting fucking Mark Milley, he's insulting fucking Mattis, you know, like why the fuck is he always doing that, dude? Like that's, I mean, are they part of the deep state? Like, I don't know, or are they really civil servants that have like, you know, worked their whole lives to achieve that rank, you know? That's what it seems like to me. So.
Yes, the comings and goings were similar. First, Trump appointed General Jim Mattis, but his resistance over troop withdrawals from Syria and Afghanistan cost him his job at the end of 2018. Here's what the general says about his former boss.
Donald Trump is the first president in my lifetime who does not try to unite the American people, does not even pretend to try. Instead, he tries to divide us. We are witnessing the consequences of 3 years of this deliberate effort. We are witnessing the consequences of 3 years without mature leadership.
Then began a veritable whirlwind of appointments, dismissals, and resignations. In all, 5 different defense secretaries followed Mattis in just 2 years. Crazy. One of Mattis's successors, Mark Esper, also ended up resigning as Secretary of Defense after refusing to go along with Trump's idea of using the military to disperse the racial unrest protests that were taking place in the US in the late 2020s. This guy, by the way, has denounced Trump as proposing very complex military operations without much substance.
At various times, certainly the last year of the administration, you have folks in the White House who are proposing to take military action against Venezuela, to strike Iran. At one point, somebody proposed we blockade Cuba. These ideas would happen, it seemed, every few weeks, something like this would come up. We'd have to swat them down.
And finally, with the...
Yeah, see, that's the main thing, you know. I think about Trump, you know. And I'm not saying like I'm the best at this. I'm not saying, you know, you can't be impulsive, you know. Like you can't when you're in a position of power, it seems like impulsivity, is that a word? That's not a really good trait, you know. And it seems like to me that's kind of what he's got, you know. So, you know.
The role of Secretary of State, the outcome was quite similar. Rex Tillerson, who was Trump's first man of confidence to lead US diplomacy, was removed in March 2018. The reasons? Well, at this point in the video, it may seem like more of the same, but of course, there are already 3 versions that coincide.
The president said, well, here's what I want to do, and here's how I want to do it. And I'd have to say to him, well, Mr. President, I understand what you want to do, but you can't do it that way. It violates the law. It violates the treaty. You know, he got really frustrated. I didn't know how to conduct my affairs with him any other way than in a very straightforward fashion.
As you can see,
See, that's the thing, like the guy's he's just not presidential material, like, I mean, everyone has strengths and weaknesses, and if some people are people, some people aren't, they're introverts or whatever, and some people have people skills where they can really just, just kind of get along with everybody, and I don't know. It's just, Trump, he doesn't have people skills, It's just, from a layman's perspective.
all those who accompany the military as well as national security policy agree that the president did not want to give the military more say than the politicians, but that he wanted to set the terms by himself. And okay, many of you will say, so what? He is the president. The problem in the visual concept community is no longer that one person cannot cover so many issues, or that this stance led to improvised decisions without any strategy or sufficient information, but that it also contributed to suddenly making the armed forces and security policy appear much more partisan. And of course, that perception did not escape the military itself.
Although President Trump did not weaken the underlying structures of civilian control, he politicized the military by attempting to draw it into the fold as a loyal political actor.
Trump allowed himself the luxury of saying things like this.
You still feel like you know more about ISIS than the generals?
Well, they don't know much because they're not winning. That I can tell you. Now, I think they're not winning for a different reason. I think Obama's...
Now, hold on 1 second. This just popped into my head right here, but, now, I don't want to blow this out of proportion or anything, but Adolf Hitler, he didn't trust his generals, like he thought he knew better, like the artist in fucking Austria, he thought he knew better than his generals, like, and I hadn't thought about that until just now, like it just popped into my head, but it's kind of strange, like, these guys, these German generals, they had gone to the colleges and the military academies, and then they had been in the military all their life. And Hitler kind of fucking said that, same type of deal, like they didn't know what they were talking about. That just popped into my head just now. Just totally, random.
hurting him. But the problem is that this way of behaving has several consequences. First, it led to rewarding or giving more say to those military members most loyal to the president. Loyal not to just any president, but to President Trump. Second, Trump's direct meddling in decision-making in his trademark style began to polarize the military as well. And suddenly, in a way, it all came crashing down. What had been a watertight wall for decades collapsed. Suddenly, things went out of hand, and all at once, we began to see political statements right and left from the highest-ranking military officers, even some that seemed to call into question the soundness of the US political framework, something pretty unusual in the United States.
We do not take an oath to a king or a queen, a tyrant or a dictator. We do not take an oath to an individual. No, we do not take an oath to a country, a tribe, or a religion. We take an oath to the Constitution.
Come get your sleep in your epoxy floor with Stanley Steamer.
I remember when he made that statement right there, and you know, it's just hard to believe that you know that Trump would insult a career military man like that. You know, like he's earned it. You know.
Yes, we just saw General Mark Milley, who was no less than an Army Chief of Staff during Donald Trump's tenure, and also during Biden's first 2 years, insinuate that the ex-president was behaving like a tyrant. We are talking about the same general who was furious when Trump wanted to instrumentalize his office in the 2022 elections.
The campaign didn't seek approval from Joint Chiefs Chairman General Mark Milley to use his image in the ad. A defense official said the military has strict rules against uniformed service members participating in political campaigns, and the ad is just the latest example of the president or those around him pulling the nation's highest-ranking officer.
For those of you who don't know, things between Mark Milley and Trump's team ended badly, to put it mildly. He was accused of nothing less than being a traitor, and the former president even called for his execution.
Such a strange, look at Trump right there. Look at Trump.
Like a tyrant. We are talking about the same general who was furious when Trump wanted to instrumentalize his office in the 2022 elections.
The campaign didn't seek approval from Joint Chiefs Chairman General Mark Milley to use his image in the ad. A defense official said the military has strict rules against uniformed service members participating in political campaigns, and the ad is just the latest example of the president or those around him pulling the nation's highest-ranking officer.
For those of you who don't know, things between Mark Milley and Trump's team ended badly, to put it mildly. He was accused of not...
Like, look at Trump here. Like, look at him just, he's staring him down, basically. That is kind of odd. He's at a distance, and he's staring him down. Look at this.
Nothing less than being a traitor, and the former president even...
It's like he's trying to catch his attention, you know? He's staring at him so hard, you know? Very strange. Very strange.
For his execution. The charge was that he had not been loyal. And we don't mean to the presidency or constitution, but to Trump personally.
Top U.S. general taking steps to protect family after Trump death comments. Trump last week criticized Milley's handling of the chaotic U.S. withdrawal of troops from Afghanistan in 2020 and said, without providing evidence, that this guy turned out to be a woke train wreck, who, if the reporting is correct, was actually dealing with China to give him a heads up on the thinking of the President of the United States. He is suggesting that he be punished by death. The former commander-in-chief to his former top military advisor.
Look, I'm a soldier. I've been faithful and loyal to the Constitution of the United States for 24.5 years. And my family and I have sacrificed greatly for this country.
But, visual policy community, let's put the brakes on for a moment. We are talking about a former president who has a chance of winning the 2024 elections, openly talking about executing the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff of the Armed Forces between 2018 and 2023, and all for allegedly not being loyal to him. Isn't this kind of behavior a huge red flag? What if Trump's voters believe that a large proportion of the military leadership is not loyal to the United States? What happens to the soldiers themselves who hear the president say such things about their commanders? Well, guess what? Since 2019, confidence levels in the military have plummeted. Surprised? I'm guessing you're not. The point is that all these controversies and all these accusations are infiltrating the armed forces.
Well, there's a minute left in the video. And you know, I've always felt like it's hard to put a, because I talk shit sometimes. And, you know, words and actions, you know, words, you know, mean one thing, but actions mean another. But when you're in that high of an office, you know, you know, the president of the United States, you know, all eyes are on you. It just would seem like to me that, you know, the weight of the office would make you change just a little bit. You know, like maybe you tone it down just a little bit, you know. I don't know. It's not a good vibe, you know. Like I'm you know, just an everyday guy on the street, you know, you can talk shit, you can say whatever you want, but if I was elected president, I'd probably, you know, want to tone it down just a bit, you know. I don't know.
Forces. It's gone from being an apolitical institution on a day-to-day basis to the current situation where the political divide is becoming more and more present, and that hasn't escaped the latest administration. Over the past few years, top Democratic heavyweights have placed items on the Pentagon's agenda that probably shouldn't be there. For many analysts, issues such as climate change or LGBTI rights do not have to involve the military. The point is that, in the long term, all this may be another major problem for the most powerful military in the world. Another problem to add to those we already have told you about here on Visual Politic in previous videos. But for now, the question is over to you. How far do you think the division within the US military will go? Could this process end up being a threat to democracy? Leave us your impressions in the comments and let's start a debate. And now, if you found this video interesting, don't forget to like and subscribe to Visual Politic if you haven't already done so. Thank you for watching. All the best. See you next time.
A pretty good little video right there. I'm gonna give this guy a subscribe. You know, pretty interesting content there. But I'm going to end the stream right now. It's been a good one, but I'm starting to get a little intoxicated. And besides that, I'm gonna fucking I've done good so far, but I need to put one of these pouches in. You know, I'm cutting down, but I need one right now. So, thank you for tuning in, New York. And there was somebody here earlier as well. So, take care.